firsts, lasts, and in-betweens. We're certainly not the last class to get a smile and a kiss from Bruiser walking across campus. We are never going to be the last class to begin our college careers by serving our local community and pursuing our passions. Above all else, come hell or high water, we will never be the last class to come to Adrian College and find a motivated and supportive community of students, faculty, and staff, and leave with the skills and tools needed to be inspiring industry leaders and professionals with high hopes and dreams for our bright futures ahead. The people and the experiences that we are most grateful for are the ones that will continue us on this upward path for the rest of our lives. In the spirit of gratitude, thank you to my fellow classmates for being a part of this community with me. Whether we spent most of these moments together or barely crossed paths, you contributed your gifts and talents to continue the legacy of this incredible community. Thank you for prioritizing the preservation of the Adrian College experience and for continually seeking to develop the institution's ability to develop both the knowledge in our heads and the care in our hearts.
Thank you to the roommates, friends, teammates, and peers who, although we have only known each other for 4 years, it seems impossible to think about being surrounded by anyone else in the coming weeks. We celebrated each other's accomplishments, became each other's biggest cheerleaders, and never let each other struggle alone. College has been called the most formative years of our lives, but I can say for certain that these last 4 years have included both the most amazing and most difficult moments of my life. One constant, however, is the support of my friends through it all. It is impossible to thank everyone who makes up our AC family. Together, you have each played an integral role in helping us achieve this momentous milestone.
And you be proud to be a graduate of Adrian College. It's a good day to be a Bulldog. Thank you, and congratulations to the class of 2023.
Today's students on the threshold of a magical time in your life, a time of significant growth and introspection, self-awareness, challenge, and opportunity. A time when you will always look back at and say, you know what? Those were incredibly special years. Never experienced before I arrived and never replicated after you leave college.
continue to take pride and learn from Asa Mahan's leadership today. Years of commitment to harnessing the power of creativity, ingenuity, community, and academic excellence.
I believe that if you get your degree, the world is going to feel like it's shrinking.
Good evening, hockey fans, and welcome inside Arrington Ice Arena, the site of tonight's matchup in ACHA Division I men's hockey between the number 2 ranked Adrian College Bulldogs and the number 4 ranked Liberty University Flames, a game with some national implications at the ACHA men's D1 level. Should be a dandy. Bulldogs looking to keep their undefeated record going through tonight. I'm Calvin Keys. Joining me up in the booth, Braden Packard. Braden, how are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good, Calvin. It's a blessing to be here tonight, broadcasting this game with you. It's really nice game out today. What's going on here in the middle of the rink?
We got a ceremonial puck drop. I believe it is a representative from the Motor City Veterans Hockey Team. Tonight is Military and First Responders Appreciation Night here in Adrian, Michigan. So a really nice gesture to thank those who protect our freedom at home and abroad, Braden.
Well, it's really nice that we were able to see that for the ceremonial puck drop tonight.
Well, let's preview this matchup a little bit more. Bulldogs are 6-0 heading into this game. The Liberty Flames are 3-4, but they've played an insanely tough schedule going up against the defending national champions, Minot State. They played them 4 times, fell to them 4 times, but gave them some good battles, and we should see a very talented Liberty team. Lost 3 of the games one game by a 1-goal margin, and then 2 games by a 2-goal margin. Their most recent contests were against the University of Delaware last weekend, getting the sweep by scores of 9-0 and 5-1. So this is a Flames team that has already gone up against the best, and they're ready to go heading into tonight's game, Braden.
Well, it's going to be a really good game because the Bulldogs are a really aggressive team when it comes down to it in their home turf. Every single time when it comes down to it, they're aggressive. They get more shots on the goal. They get the more communication down, and they get harder hits. It's really nice to see that.
Taking a look at tonight's starting lineups as the Bulldogs are wearing their gold uniforms. Liberty is in the red. Bulldogs will start with Noah DeCottney on defense. It will be Sheldon Nolan and Brody Thornton at the forward spots. It's Sebastian Smith, Sam Spate, Dylan Gajewski. For the Flames, they're going with Hunter Verostic in goal. He is joined by Martin Mox and Lazarus Cable on defense. And at the forward position, Brett Gammer, as well as Daniel Schwenke and Matthew Bartel as we get things going here at the AIA. The first real test for the Bulldogs this season. They are undefeated, getting sweeps over men's D2 University of Cincinnati, D1 teams in Purdue, Northwest, and Pitt. But here's a chance for Sebastian Smith. Walked in, tried to go shelf, sent it over the goal. Down low for Lazarus Cable. Trying to work it up the wall. This will come back along the boards. Finch with plenty of time and space to look up ice here in the opening minute. Stretch pass on for Foltz. Number 40 will drop it off. Finch lost it. Was probably anticipating the hit from Schaumburger. Stolen away here by Mins. The freshman will get it over to the newly dubbed Captain DeGiulio. Now on the near wall, Schaumburger. He'll look rink wide. This is Nathaniel Mott. Weaving up ice. The freshman was really good in his first year as a Bulldog last year. He's playing an even bigger role for Gary Astalos and the Bulldogs this season. Astalos in his 8th season as head coach for the Bulldogs, as this will be icing against the Liberty Flames, who are coached by Kirk Handy. Bit of a ride up here from Lynchburg, Virginia. So I think the goal here for the Flames is to get their legs loose early, get the moneymakers pumping, and get involved in the game here at the start of things, Braden.
Well, definitely. Here we are going to have a face-off here in the Flames zone.
Schaumburger lined up behind it. Julio, he'll pop one quickly. That deflected off a Flame and wide. Now carried the other direction by Versalano. Taken back for Cy Toth. wedged in by DeJulio. Bulldogs will get a change as Kovic has it behind the net. Again, this is two of the top-ranked teams in the country. Bulldogs come into this game at the number 2 spot. Flames are ranked number 4. Filling out those top 4 spots are number 3 ranked Ohio and the top team in the nation who won the national championship over the Bulldogs last season, the Beavers of Minot State. Puck skipped over the stick of Versalano and a big hit as Nash Hatcher will line up Nathan Cox near the Adrian bench. Hatcher, nifty feed between the legs. Camilla able to field it. Sliding down to the ice was Dell. Back up on his skate blades. Deals it down for Hatcher. Really just a hard-nosed blue-collar player who likes to shake things up in the dirty areas for the Bulldogs. Hatcher able to keep it in. Nice effort. He'll get it back. Has a man with him. Drops it off. Trying to move to the backhand there was Camilla. Couldn't get the finish. A drive from the point comes in from Brody Thornton. He missed the mark. Flames will skate it out here with 17:15 to go. Driving across is Versalano. Bulldogs may need to get some skate sharpenings. They've been falling down a couple of times in the first couple of minutes, Braden.
Oh, yeah, and with not even 3 minutes in, we already seen one of the sticks broken. I saw that the ref took it out of the rink, thank goodness.
Big hit delivered by Feemster after Camilla sent the puck down ice. Bodies collide in the near corner. Showing off his wheels here is Mason Smith. His time and space closed down by DeCesare. Flames fighting to keep it in at the point. They'll work it D-to-D. Mocks a long shot, and Noah DeCottney is tested for the first time in this hockey game, punching it aside with the blocker. He'll shrug this one off. That was a high CNI shot coming in again from Mocks, and just deflected off the left shoulder. Really dangerous attempt for the Flames defenseman here early, Braden.
Right, they're getting aggressive. They know that this is a very important game to set the tone coming into the rest of the season. They know if they come into this aggressive, they have the face-off here in the Bulldog zone. Let's see if they could take advantage of it.
Another quick shot off the draw. We've seen that from both teams. That time it was Brett Gammer with a twisted wrister, and again, DeCottney able to see it through the traffic and through the mass of humanity that was in front of him off the face-off draw. This will be Matthew Bartel taking the face-off against Matthew DeCesare. So it's Matthew versus Matthew here on the face-off in the Bulldog zone.
Oh, let's see which Matt is the best, ladies and gentlemen.
It's DeCesare this time on the face-off. They'll rim it around the dasher. Jamer digging away at it. Kovic played back the other direction around the half wall. Armstrong will look backwards for his defenseman Shaw. This is gloved down by Bartel. Locks it in the Bulldog zone. Sent off high on the plexiglass. It's not going to have enough steam for an icing. Bite will take a chomp on the puck and moved over, caromed off the half wall. Gammer has it here with less than 16 to go. Only shot of the game belongs to the Flames so far. Shot on net, that is. Kovic will go D-to-D as the Flames get a fresh forward unit out there. This is Ottenbright. Gets the zone entry. He'll move it wide to Foltz. And that passing attempt by Jason Foltz caromed out of play for a whistle. 15:40 to go in this first period. Well, let's take a look at the leading scorers so far for both teams. Sam Spade is the points leader for the Bulldogs. He's out there taking the faceoff right now. 10 points in just 4 games for Spate, and Jacob Calendike, the points leader for the Flames, with 11 in 7 games. So pretty impressive numbers for both men there, Braden.
Right, both players are being consistent throughout the season, both being, like, at times, like, in the zone. And it's really nice to see that they have had growth throughout the season and they continue to have great momentum.
It's difficult to bring it night in and night out, and that's what Spate and Calendike have both been able to do. This is Sam Spate here, one-on-one with the defenseman, shoots one, and Hunter Verostik's catching tested for the first time tonight. Verostik made the easy save, and good job by Grant Morton to stay in front and force Spate wide as he was looking for help. Maybe could have been tired there at the end of the shift as well.
Right, Verostik had the great hand-eye coordination to anticipate the puck coming right towards him. And when it's coming right at you at about 80 miles per hour, dang near. So it gets pretty aggressive here in the zone.
Being a goaltender is certainly not for the faint of heart. I'm glad somebody's in between the pipes, but during my playing days, certainly can't imagine why they would want to stand in front of those high-velocity shots. Here's Calendike, the leading scorer, tried to dish it over. He was upended. Got clotheslined as he was moving through the Bulldog zone. Calendike will move it back up. This is Toth. Falls for Mintz perfectly out of the air. Mox is there to cut off the Adrian rush. And now they'll start a counterattack of their own. Truett Olsen collides with Cy Toth, who stood him up. Bulldogs send it back down. It will be icing as we are still having 14 and a half minutes to play in this first period. What better way to celebrate Bruiser, the Adrian College mascot's 6th birthday, than with a hockey game, Braden?
Right. It's always a pleasure to be here in Arrington Ice Arena here, also with the Wow Wingeria. Great to have that back open after the short fall break. It was nice to have that.
Certainly the Wow Cafe and Wingery sitting above ice level up in the press box behind both teams' benches. Probably one of the best places to watch a hockey game in all the ACHA. And the fans come out in full support. Makes it really difficult to play here as a visiting team.
Oh yeah, it can get really loud here in the Wow section. But I've noticed that players don't let it get to them, or they do in such a way, and let them fuels them.
Fans are positioned right over the visiting bench, so when you come into the Arrington Ice Arena, you're going to hear it early and often. Thornton sent it off the window. That's going to go out of play, and the faceoff should stay in the Adrian zone. Let's talk about the goaltenders. Noah DeCottney was stellar last season, leading the Bulldogs to the national championship, where they eventually, unfortunately, fell to Minot State. Flames Hunter Verostic, he was on SportsCenter a couple of weeks ago for a highlight reel save he made against Minot State earlier on this season.
Right, DeCottney's has been really consistent so far this season. It's really been an honor to broadcast him throughout this season, really seeing him really develop throughout his time here at Adrian College.
We get a whistle, as I believe it was offsides against the Bulldogs. Speaking of Noah DeCottney, he's played 6 games, has won 5, has just 2 goals against in those 6 games for a 0.4 goals against average. Not too shabby. Sent to the near side. What were you going to say?
I was like, you just can't make those stats up. He's just being consistent. Let's see if he can keep that up, this hot streak throughout this game.
Dominant start to the season. Bulldogs haven't faced a tough test. They do tonight. Unable to get it through there was Blake Weidman, the freshman from Elmira, Ontario. Ontario, a heavy recruiting hub for Adrian head coach Gary Estalos. Bodies come together down low. Mott will come away with the biscuit. Forages it loose. Hatcher has it now. Off the near wall. Paddled aside by Verostic as Nash Hatcher will head to the bench. Losing his bearings on the puck was Feemster. Bulldogs will apply pressure. Martin Mox. Nice move behind his back to open things up, but sent it off his own goal. Mox able to battle for it. Now taken away by Gavin Watt. Back up top for Shaw. No rebound for Verostic as he holds on.
Again, great anticipation from Verostic. He's just been waiting for him, because every single time they cross into the Liberty zone, they're just anticipating it very well. And look at him, ready to go.
DeCesare wins it back. Batted for Shaw, sends a low shot between the legs of Ottenbright. Turned aside again by Verostic, wrapping around and trying a backhander there was Matthew Shaw. Mott delivers a hit, fighting for the puck as he heads down from his post at the blue line. He's behind the goal. Looking to work it backwards, still Mott. Down low for Watt. He's nudged off the puck by Kevin Bite. Still the Bulldogs battle. Sam Spate has it. Sends it to Sebastian Smith. Played with his brother Connor Smith last year, who recently graduated. Smith takes a hit from Kovic, and that's going to be our first penalty of the night, going against Colton Kovic, who will head to the sin bin. Well, see what the call is here.
Okay. What is the call going to be? Will it be a 2-minute infraction?
It is a 2-minute minor for interference, so referee says the puck was gone. Kovic decided to hit Smith anyway. And Bulldogs will get their first try at the man advantage tonight. What would you like to see from this Adrian power play here in their first opportunity of the game, Braden?
Well, I've come to know at the beginning of the season they've had great opportunities with the power play, and they took those opportunities really well, and they were a good percentage, and were nationally ranked in percentage. Now, when I've been commentating over them, they haven't really been taken advantage of. So let's see if they can spice things up. They got about a minute and a half to do so.
Let's add a little flavor to this hockey game. As you said, spice things up. Here's the Bulldogs. Schaumburger. He's hit hard by Cox, but able to get the puck deep.
What I've learned about these Bulldogs is that they eat those for breakfast. They always get right back up, ladies and gentlemen.
DeGiulio. Back for Shaw. He'll settle down. The Bulldog power play fires a long shot. Another shot from distance that Verostic has been able to track the whole way. You get the feeling they're going to need to get bodies in front to screen him and maybe get some tips and redirections in order to beat this talented goaltender.
Right. With him being such a talented goaltender, you need to make him anticipate things that he wouldn't anticipate. What I mean this is like you got to pass it a little bit more. You can't just do straight shots because he's done a really great job of just snatching those right out of the air.
That he has. Sheldon Nolan quarterbacking the power play, right wing for Sebastian Smith Thornton. Nolan again, the grad student fires, and eating up that shot was Daniel Schwenke. Went into his midsection, and he'll clear it the length of the ice as we're halfway through the Bulldog power play. A minute before Colton Kovich will return to the contest from his interference minor penalty. Nolan at the blue line. Sebastian Smith. Nolan walks in. Gajewski left wing. Fires one. It's up in the air. Verostic made another nice stop. His fifth of the night. Flames doing a good job of keeping the Bulldogs to the perimeter right now. Sebastian Smith winds, fires another nice shot block. It's loose in front. Puck was still free. Referee lost sight of it. That's why the whistle went. I think that was Martin Mox who deflected it. And it looked, I think for the official, it looked like Verostic was on top of it, had frozen the puck. In reality, it was still loose. So tough break for the Bulldogs there.
Right, but let's see if they can take advantage of the face-off here in the Flame zone.
Gajewski, a howitzer. And another nice stop made by the glove hand of Hunter Verostic. Verostic, a grad student from Turner Valley, Alberta. He's 6'1", 185 pounds, and taking a look at Verostic's stats here, he is 3-3 on the year with a 3.04 goals against average.
He's been having a solid season so far.
Against the most dynamic offense in the country of Minot State, having to play him 4 times. Nathan Cox will clear it down, and that's effectively a successful penalty kill. 5 seconds until Kovich returns. It's been really exemplary here for the Liberty Flames down a skater, really containing the Bulldogs well. Camilla below the goal line. He'll circle, looking for options. He's pressured, forced to play it back down low for Weidman. Sends a blind pass across that will be stolen away by Foltz. Foltz, the zone entry. Dropped off for Smith, and Noah DeCottney able to hold on, as lurking there was Ryan Finch in front of the blue paint. You know, the key for both goaltenders, I think the reason why we still have a scoreless hockey game, both teams are looking to take low shots towards the netminder to generate rebounds. Neither goaltender has allowed it. They haven't left any loose pucks out front for opponents to pounce on.
Like you were saying, like they haven't been able, like other players have been able to pounce on them. Like they just got the mitt down right on the puck. What the players need to do is get it in that, just in that perfect angle. They got to just corner shot it. Maybe get a bar down. Who knows? You gotta make something spicy.
Here's Ottenbright for Finch. Tried to pull it through Matthew Shaw. And now up the other way is DeCesare. Watt was trying to drag that back skate to stay onside. He was not able to. And that will get us a whistle with 9:16 to go in the first period. Shots on goal statistics are 7-2 in favor of Adrian. Again, Calvin Keys and Braden Packard with you here this evening. Glad you've joined us for this Friday night at Arrington Ice Arena here on Adrian College Television.
Happy
Shaw.
birthday, Bruiser.
Shaw will wire it in. See if we can get Bruiser a win as a birthday present. Got to see him eat a birthday cake at the Ritchie Dining Hall earlier today. Sang him happy birthday, but no birthday is complete without a nice birthday present. So a W, I'm sure, would be much appreciated for Bruiser.
Indeed, he's a 42-year-old man, I believe.
6 years old, and dog years, that's 42. We were talking about that pregame. Oh, man, I'm awake now. Before puck drop, I was setting up our action cam down low, and one of the Liberty Flames sent the puck over the glass, almost beamed me in the head, so that woke me up real quick, got me ready to go on my toes for tonight's broadcast.
Oh, my goodness.
Got to keep your head on a swivel when you're at the hockey rink, Braden.
Indeed.
Thornton sent it out of play as it ramped up off the blade of Truett Olson into the Flames bench.
Glad to hear that you're okay, though.
It just missed me. Just missed me. There's a reason the players wear helmets out there.
I believe we have a face-off here in the neutral zone.
DeGiulio versus Feemster is the face-off matchup. DeGiulio wins it back. This is Sheldon Nolan. Shoots one from just outside the blue line. And again, I don't think they're going to give Verostic much trouble from that sort of range. If he can see it and track it, he's going to make the stop every time.
I mean, it's even before they shoot it. I mean, he just gets the eyes on it. He just locks in, and he just snatches it. Same thing with the Cottney. Both goalies have been playing really well so far this first period.
Referee saying something to the men lined up on the near half wall. Not sure what it was there. Schaumburger has it. Trying to skate by Cox. He's rubbed out. Looking out front, unable to handle it was Caleb Mintz. Here's Feemster. Lead feed. Mason Smith's got wheels. Schaumburger has it back. They play it towards DeCottney, who will stick it aside as Thornton brought down Feemster. The two were tangled up. Here's Cox. Collides with Mintz. Chip shot down into the Bulldog zone that will be handled by Thornton. Headmans it up for Spate. Saucered on. Puck bouncing awkwardly. Gajewski couldn't reach. This is around the wall. Sebastian Smith sent it right to the Flames' Bartel. Back up along. Here's Schwenke. Pulls it into his body. Right pad stop easily made by DeCottney. Bartel wraps it for Kovic. Gammer. Schwenke ushered it on for his teammate before it was pickpocketed by Sam Spate. Sent off the wall by Kovic. Gammer gets it down deep. This is Dell looking up ice for Spate. Puts on the brakes. Mishandled by Smith. Looks to be some choppy ice here in this first period as the puck bouncing all over the place. Shaw sent it off the back of his own teammate, Spate, and he lost his stick. Maybe a chance for Fultz here, but he'll wait for help to arrive. Now it's Bartel, or rather, that's Kevin Bite. Lazarus Cable, hit by Sebastian Smith. Good forecheck at the point to clear the lines for the Bulldogs as we've got 6:43 to go in the first period. Number 2 ranked Adrian versus number 4 ranked Liberty. These teams play each other about 4 times a season, 2 games at home and 2 on the road for each side, and a bit of a rivalry that's developed over the years. Weidman looking to strike first, finds Hatcher, fanned on the attempt. It's found by Camilla. That deflected off the stick of Mox, and now cleared out of danger by Fultz. Mott looking back up ahead. That went through everyone, including his teammate Jordan Camilla, and that will come back into the Adrian zone for an icing call. As we mentioned, this is going to be a 2-game weekend series. We've obviously got tonight's game. We'll be back tomorrow at 1 p.m. I believe Alex Herman will have the call for that one, as I'll be on the road heading out to Kalamazoo College to call the Adrian football game tomorrow with my partner Ian Wentz. I believe that's a 1 p.m. kickoff here on ACTV if you're feeling some pigskin action instead of here at the rink. Shaw turned it over right to Calendike. The Flames' leading scorer as driving out front was Olsen. Couldn't get free to get a shot on goal. Tipped in front. What a redirect there by Marcelano. DeCottney, a great save. Didn't know where it was. Calendike keeps it. Finds it. And it's Cox with the point shot. Blocked off the shin pad of Shaw. Calendike. Great pass for Versalano. Sliding in there was Shaw. Bulldogs finally get it clear as the Flames just had their best offensive opportunities of the night so far. Versalano, center. Feemster, a quick shot. That's into the midsection of DeCottney and absorbed with 5:18 to go. Boy, Flames knocking on the door there.
Oh my goodness! Like they got really close there. They had the high pace, but man, I just saw Nolan number 2 just give the hit stick of his career. Oh my lord!
Nolan down low with it. DeCesare. Jamer will spin it out. Bulldogs have iced the puck a lot tonight. I think that's a testament to how hard the forecheck and how smothering the pressure has been in the D zone for the Flames. Kovic gave it away to Watt. Up top for the Richmond Hill, Ontario native Sheldon Nolan. DeCesare. Mason Smith. Feemster. Back for Smith. Tried to work one through for Joseph Clark, who was covered by Jamer. He tries to bank one out. It came right to Clark. Smith didn't know where it was as the puck slides behind him. Mox moving in down low from the point. It's taken by Brody Thornton, who's got some room to skate forwards. Tried to play it through Clark there. It's another pass ahead. Will lob this puck into the far corner while DiGiulio delivers a blow to Mox. Here's Mins out front, poked away. DiGiulio trying to find it. Good stick check made by Hunter Verostic. Gammer. Dell reverses for Mins. Skate the stick for DiGiulio. Batted out of the air by Cy Toth. Chipped in down low. Verostic way out to play. It has to be careful. Schwenke tried to clear. It's pinned onto the far board. Scrum ensues. DiGiulio a quick shot on net, and Verostic will hunt that puck down as he freezes it.
Right, now that we're getting closer to the end of the first period, you're going to see both teams get a little bit more aggressive. You're going to see them try and get, trying to take more advantage of power plays when they get it and take more advantage of face-offs when they get the opportunity.
Feels like a heavyweight fight right now. Who's going to flinch first? Who's going to make the first mistake and give their opponent an opportunity to take advantage of? Both teams have been stout so far. As here's Dylan Gajewski off the faceoff. Number 66 fires one. Verostic punched aside with the waffle board. Finch can't clear. Spate looking for Smith. Sebastian Smith. Now the other direction. It's Ottenbright. Dropped it off. Looking over for Finch. 3-on-3 here. Sebastian Smith up ahead has David Dell. Couldn't get the puck on net. He follows his rebound. Gets some help from Smith here on the near boards. Gajewski worked to the point for Spate. Gajewski's knocked over, but he worked it through for Smith. Verostic out to turn it aside, and a great shot block. Kovic laying his body on the line for the team. Ottenbright ushers it through, then got it back. Gajewski, Bulldogs are at the end of a shift. They're tired. Sebastian Smith will take another rush, though. Nailed by Kovic, who lines him up with the shoulder. Knocked out by Versalano, but quickly taken right back for the Bulldogs as Shaw has it. Sidesteps a hit from Finch. Shaw will send it up ice. Lazarus Cable, swing and a miss, finally works it D-to-D for Mox. Shaw has it again. Matthew Shaw, freshman from nearby White Lake, Michigan. Started his collegiate career at the Marion at Marian University with the Sabres before transferring to Adrian College, as a high shot will be fielded by Noah DeCottney. Chance to catch our breath here with $1:49 left in the first period. What have you liked from both teams so far, Braden?
I like how both teams have been aggressive so far. Both teams have been taking shots at each other. Like, they're not afraid to get hit, and both sides have been getting them back up every single time. It's really nice to see that grit.
Face-off tied up. Sent rink wide. Justin Jamer has options. He'll work it for Gavin Watt. Sam Feemster was looking for, Clark. Instead, he sent it to Nolan, who clears it out. Glove down by DeCesare, gets up for it, sends it rink wide. Hunter Verostic, what a save, the rebound. Moved wide by DeCesare with the follow-up. Gavin Watt was on the back door. Verostic said no with the glove. Best chance of the hockey game. Jamer, back to the point. Puck was skipping around like it has so often in this first period, and they're off to the races. Here's Smith. Good work by Thornton to get back and deflect aside the chance by Mason Smith as it looked like he was in. Frantic play here in the final minute, as both teams trade chances as they have throughout this first period. Brody Thornton has it. Saucered on. Jamer will skate after the puck. Kovic plays it around. Here's Brett Gammer. Hit by Jamer. Cy Toth. Good block by Gammer. Again, Flames have done a good job of getting in shooting lanes. They're just able to stay onside, says the official. That one was a tight call. Cable redirected against the grain. DeCottney was sliding one way, had to reach out the glove the other direction. Toth for Mins. Final 10 seconds. For Solano, high shot. Taking a swing at it baseball style was Gammer. Strike one. Cable. That one ramps up off of the twig of Mins. Flames sent it back out front as the clock expires. Gammer was going to have a great shooting attempt there, but not enough time left in the first period. Whew. What an action-packed first, Braden. This one has lived up to the hype so far.
Right, so far, both teams have been really aggressive because both the goalies have been anticipating the shots really well. Both sides have been putting their bodies on the line. Both sides have that grit. It's really truly amazing to see.
Well, there you have it. That's the first 20 minutes of play. We've got 40 more to go. Buckle up. A good one here. Number 2, Adrian. Number 4, Liberty. And ACHA Men's Division I Hockey. Calvin Keys, Braden Packard, the rest of our crew with you. We'll be back with the second period after these intermission messages.
There's so many firsts, lasts, and in-betweens. We're certainly not the last class to get a smile and a kiss from Bruiser walking across campus. We are never going to be the last class to begin our college careers by serving our local community and pursuing our passions. Above all else, come hell or high water, we will never be the last class to come to Adrian College and find a motivated and supportive community of students, faculty, and staff, and leave with the skills and tools needed to be inspiring industry leaders and professionals with high hopes and dreams for our bright futures ahead. The people and the experiences that we are most grateful for are the ones that will continue us on this upward path for the rest of our lives. In the spirit of gratitude, thank you to my fellow classmates for being a part of this community with me. Whether we spent most of these moments together or barely crossed paths, you contributed your gifts and talents to continue the legacy of this incredible community. Thank you for prioritizing the preservation of the Adrian College experience and for continually seeking to develop the institution's ability to develop both the knowledge in our heads and the care in our hearts.
Thank you to the roommates, friends, teammates, and peers who, although we have only known each other for 4 years, it seems impossible to think about being surrounded by anyone else in the coming weeks. We celebrate each other's accomplishments, became each other's biggest cheerleaders, and never let each other struggle alone. College has been called the most formative years of our lives, but I can say for certain that these last 4 years have included both the most amazing and most difficult moments of my life. One constant, however, is the support of my friends through it all. It is impossible to thank everyone who makes up our AC family. Together, you have each played an integral role in helping us achieve this momentous milestone.
And you be proud to be a graduate of Adrian College. It's a good day to be a Bulldog. Thank you, and congratulations to the class of 2023.
Today's students on the threshold of a magical time in your life, a time of significant growth and introspection, self-awareness, challenge, and opportunity. A time when you will always look back at and say, you know what? Those were incredibly special years. Never experienced before I arrived and never replicated after you leave college.
Welcome back inside the AIA. We are getting set for the second period of action between the Adrian Bulldogs and Liberty Flames. Calvin Keys alongside Braden Packard, along with the rest of our great ACTV crew, all students here at Adrian College. What stands out to you here on the stat sheet after one period of play, Braden?
What stands out to me is that the Flames are leading in saves, but the Bulldogs are leading in shot attempts. What that means is the Bulldogs are being really aggressive right now, but the Flames are anticipating that. What they need to do is slow down a little bit, communicate with each other, get a little bit more passes in, get a little bit more flashy, because they've been anticipating their shots really well.
Majority of that first period was played at 5-on-5, as you see there. The lone penalty went against Colton Kovich, the Flames defenseman. Liberty penalty kill looked great, as did their goaltender, Hunter Verostic. Both goaltenders did a great job keeping pucks in front of them in the first, Braden.
Yeah, Verostic and the Cottony have been putting their bodies on the line so far, and it's really nice to see that they've been locked in.
Verostic out of his enclosure to play it. Flames will break it out. Finch didn't get there in time. This is banked back for Thornton, who will turn ahead. Pirouettes into pressure, taken down by Ottenbright. Worked loose for Spate. Gajewski. Juice will get it ahead for Smith. Sebastian Smith tried to work through Kovich, and the Flames blue liner able to lock up number 12 in gold. Bite will feast on the loose puck. This is moved on ahead. Schwanke batted onwards. Disjointed play in the neutral zone. Puck back with the Flames now. Comes right back on for number 21 in red. That's Kevin Bite. Schwanke, the alternate captain for the Flames, spins away. This is glove down. Nice feed down low, moving in Bartel. And puck will deflect out of play as Schwanke and Sebastian Smith are tangled up. They'll eventually be separated by the referees. Haven't seen a whole lot of tension or, I guess, extracurricular activities after the whistle. Do you think that's due to the fact that we have a really close 0-0 game and neither team wants to take a penalty and give their opponent an advantage?
Well, not only that, is just both teams are known to have great sportsmanship throughout their teams. Both teams have been coached really well and that have a really great honor code. And it's really nice to see that.
The Cottony will seal up the bottom of the ice. Point shot coming in from Nathan Cox. He'll make his 7th stop of the night. Cox, a junior defenseman from Orchard Park, New York, played junior hockey with the Wilmar Warhawks. We'll have a face-off here as it's won back by DiGiulio. Mott pinned to the wall by Versolano. DiGiulio sends that one high, almost level with our press box here, above the ice plane surface. Calendike moving it on, and this is spun back down low by Mintz. Schaumburger looking for Shaw at the point, and it's another soak, this time from Calendike. I'd love to see the shot block statistics, not a metric that the ACHA usually keeps track of, but Flames probably nearing the double digits on the night.
I mean, the Flames have just been really aggressive so far, same with the Bulldogs. You know, what they need to do is get a little bit more flashy with it. I mean, it's been a high pace, but both teams need to do is just slow down, slow their roll. They got time. It's just the beginning of the second period.
DiGiulio will exchange pleasantries with Lazarus Cable there as it's steered out in front, turning a chance from Camilla. Couldn't get the shot off, and a massive hit is laid by Blake Weidman, rattling the cage of Cable, who gives him a whack, and we're going to have a penalty coming up here, and we're not done. That was Weidman who delivered the hit, Feimster chasing after him after the whistle. Boy, Weidman stepped up. That was a massive body check. He's going to get called for charging as he took plenty of strides and took a run at, I think it was Lazarus Cable who got the worst of that hit, and as a result, Liberty's going to get their first power play chance. What did you see on that play, Braden? That was insane.
Well, what I saw on that play was just one of the greatest hit sticks of this century. I mean, good Lord. I mean, we just had that in the Flame zone, and it's nice to see that both players got right back up. Nice to see that nobody was really hurt, but they're probably going to feel that one in the morning.
Kellendijk has it at the point. Massive hit. It looked to be away from the puck and plenty of strides taken as the shot is sent wide. Unable in hockey to, I believe it's 5 or more strides towards an opponent. He being, I believe it was Weidman, got up to top speed and just leveled Cable. Good call by the official to book him for the charging minor. Kellendijk. Schwenke.
It's a fun word to say.
Schwenke?
Yeah. It's an awesome last name.
This is Finch with the puck. Credit where credit is due, I guess. Bite has it here. Centered on. This is Fultz. Bulldogs can't get it out. Bite sent it off a skate. Maybe a break here. Ushered on for Sam Spate. 2-on-0 with Hatcher. He drops it off the backhander. And Hunter Verostic the save. Wow, Spate looked to go backward to Hatcher there. That was surprising. I thought we were going to see Spate take that shot himself. What would you have liked to see there on the 2-0?
I feel like Spate, like what you're saying, I feel like Spate should have took it. I mean, Verostic has been anticipating those high-paced shots. It's really nice to see that Spate try to get that pass in, but it's just a little bit too late with that pass. A little bit too much juice on it, which led it right into the Flames' goal.
It's always good to use your numbers to your advantage, especially when you got 2 guys in behind the defense. Rare shorthanded chance, 2-on-0. You don't see that often, but this one is going to be stolen away by DeCesare. He's behind the net. Finally taken away as this is Cable with the puck. As I was saying, though, Hatcher was kind of awkwardly behind Spate. The pass wasn't really in his wheelhouse, so the chance almost went away. Hatcher did a good job to even get a shot on net there, as it was a little bit of an awkward play.
Right, I mean, there's about 20
Cable
seconds.
fires, that's wide.
Okay.
Bartel has it on the left wing. Gets back from Cable. Cable and Bartel playing catch. This is Versolano back up top. Puck loose in front. DeCottney sprawled out. Follow-up attempt goes wide. Bulldogs can't get it out, however. Bartel, another shot blocked by Mott. He'll send it the length of the ice as the penalty expires. Blake Weidman out of the box. Verostic showing off his moves there behind the net. Has to be careful, but boy, he put a little dangle on Weidman there behind the goal.
Verostic was getting shifty. It was not really nice to see that.
Gajewski, the shot, went off the stick of Clark and out of play. What were you going to say back here in the Adrian zone? Apologies for the interruption.
Oh, you don't got to apologize. You're the lead role. You don't need to apologize at all, friend. You're in the zone, and I really love to see that. It's really nice to see that you're enjoying this game so far. But what I was going to say is, well, pretty much what you covered.
Took the words right out of your mouth, huh?
Oh, yeah. It was really nice to see that.
Spate, clean win off the draw. Gajewski fought off by Verostic. That one stung him in the right shoulder. Feemster. This is up for Mason Smith. Gajewski able to hold the blue line. Now it will be skated out by Mox. Backhanded low to Cotney, handling it with the paddle. Sebastian Smith. Spate didn't know where the puck was. Nolan knocks it up for Gajewski. Nice feed to find Sebastian Smith. Saucered back over. Look at the passing here in the neutral zone for the Bulldogs. It's pinpoint. Gajewski driving. Great D. Good stick by Mox to get a piece of that one. Off the silky move by Gajewski. Sebastian Smith turned it right over. And here's Ryan Finch with some room to go to work. He'll play it between the legs. Knocked away another good defensive stick, this time from the Bulldogs' Thornton. Flames change personnel. Morton up for Finch, who was just offside. Whistle blows. Finch put a nice backhand toe drag move on Thornton there. Had the whistle not gone, we would have seen a breakaway attempt on DeCottney.
We've really seen some interesting fast breaks so far, but both teams have been unable to take advantage of the fast breaks. So we'll have a face-off here on the neutral zone. Let's see if we can get some scores here in the second period.
We come to the rink to see goals, Braden. It's nice to see the goaltenders play well, but let's get some pucks in the net. What do you say?
Especially for Bruiser's birthday. Come on, we got to give him a good birthday present.
Happy birthday, Bruiser. False from the near side. That might have gone off the butt end of DeCottney's stick. He'll say that was intentional, but Got a little bit of extra help from the twig as that's tipped in front by Fultz. Again, all alone in front off the point shot coming in from Grant Morton. Flames building some momentum here. Cox turned aside as Shaw stooped down low to get his body in the way of the puck. Schomburger will go for a skate, tried to loft it up. Bulldogs will have to tag up as this is up the other way for Cam Ottenbright. Fultz cutting in, dropped off for Gammer off the shin pad of Nathaniel Mott. Here's Weidman. Moving forward, left pad stop made by Verostic. Good job to use his opponent as a screen there. Weidman will turn ahead. Bite, stolen away. He gets on his horse here on the near side, shoots one, and that will be vacuumed by DeCottney. Shots are 14-11 in favor of the Bulldogs. Noah DeCottney with his 11th save of the night. He is a native of Calgary, Alberta.
Alberta sounds like a beautiful place to visit. Might have to check that out sometime.
It's getting pretty cold up there this time of year. I'd love to make it up to Lake Louise one of these days, though. I've heard it's beautiful up there. DeCottney's going to cover this one up. If you've never seen photos, it's a large lake that's tucked in the mountains of Alberta, and it's like the views are majestic. I've seen so many photos and videos of people playing pond hockey with mountain ranges in the background.
Really?
It doesn't get any better. Yeah. It's a long ways away from here in Michigan, though.
About what time of the year does it freeze over so that players are able to play some hockey on it?
Probably close to around this time of year, maybe in a month or so for sure, but north of the border, it's a little bit colder than it is down here in Michigan, although we get some pretty good winters as well. Not so much in Virginia, though, where the Flames call home. They've got a little bit warmer weather. Here's the Liberty Flames looking to heat up here in this second period. Mox, his shot turned aside by DeCottney. This is pitchforked out by Jamer. He'll find it again here as we're over 7 minutes in. Jamer collides with Calendike. And I think the Bulldogs went offside. What'd you see there? I got caught daydreaming.
I'm not sure. I think it was a cross check. Maybe it was offside. I saw somebody raise their stick a little bit, got into somebody's face, but I don't think that was the call. No one is sent to the sin bin. I feel like it was just offsides.
Looks like it. We see a rare center ice face-off here. This is kicked back by Feemster off the draw. Nolan. Around the wall it goes. Gavin Watts was beat to the puck by Morton. Watt will propel this puck forwards for DeCesare. Weaving through, draws the penalty. Save made by Verostic as he takes a stick up high. Jamer a whack at the puck after the whistle. And we're going to see another Bulldog power play here in a moment. As I think DeCesare was hooked there, Braden.
I really hate to see that when players get hurt, but then again, it's such a passionate game. This is a tone-setter game. As I believe that'll be number 8 getting sent to the sin bin.
Grant Morton makes the lonely trek to the penalty box. 2 minutes for slashing is the call against the Edina, Minnesota native. They've got one of the best high school hockey programs in the state over there in Minnesota. Wonder if he spent some time playing for his local school. Smith up top. Nolan, long shot, didn't get through. Second power play chance of the night. Bulldogs couldn't capitalize on the first. Both penalty kills have been perfect with a chance each. Bulldogs, their second opportunity with an extra skater, as it's Gajewski. Long shot. Went off the back of Kovic, the Flames defenseman. Gammer backhanded off the glass. 40 seconds into the Bulldog power play. Sheldon Nolan, in his 5th year as an Adrian College Bulldog, will look for Hatcher. Now goes the other direction for Sebastian Smith. Dual sport athlete, also plays tennis here at Adrian. Plays it to himself. Smith opts not to shoot. Good patience as they keep possession. Shaw moved over. This is Watt. Tees up Shaw. And Verostic, just like he has all night, is in the right place at the right time, positionally sound yet again.
Somebody lost their stick here in the Flames zone. I wonder who lost it.
I think it was a Bulldogs player who then headed off to the bench.
It's like, I'll come back for this later.
30 seconds, one more rush here probably for the Bulldogs. Verostic out of his net. Shaw can't get there in time. A favorable bounce for the Flames, and Cam Ottenbright in on goal. What a save, denied by Deco.
Cottoney's been playing some phenomenal defense so far.
Cam Ottenbright, and you credit Verostic, he banked that puck off the wall. The goaltender was able to hit his forward, moving up ice on the penalty kill. The best chance for either team in this game has come shorthanded. We saw the chance for Spade earlier.
We got about 15 seconds left of this power play. You know, I mean, they're just trying to get fancy with it, you know, with the bank shot, and then we're just unable to take advantage.
Kovic, Cox, down low, 10 seconds left for the Bulldogs on the power play as the Flames have it shorthanded in their offensive zone. It's going to be a hand pass call here.
4 more seconds left of the Bulldogs power play. Weidman again talking to.
Going back to that chance for Cam Ottenbright, he tried to open up the 5-hole of DeCottney, and Noah DeCottney able to close it up and negate the chance. The story so far has definitely been the goaltenders for both teams, Braden.
Right, it's really nice to see that it's back to 5-on-5. Bulldogs unable to take advantage of that power play.
Sent across, a drive from Schwanke. Couldn't get it on target, but boy, he got plenty of power behind that one. He's sandwiched to the wall by Weidman. Cy Toth has it. Able to pick out Dell. Couldn't find Camilla. Schwanke will spin backwards. This is sent over for Kevin Bite. Finch looking for Schwanke as he headed through the slot. Couldn't connect. Dealt back low by Finch, and he'll fly forwards towards Toth, who is hit there by Ottenbright, who had that breakaway chance moments ago. Halfway through the hockey game now, with 9:20 to go in the second period. Calvin Keys, Braden Packard with you here on Adrian College Television. ACHA Men's Division I Hockey, the number 2 ranked Adrian Bulldogs versus the number 4 ranked Liberty Flames, who make the long trip up from Lynchburg, Virginia to take on the Bulldogs at the AIA. Verostic will slide over, chooses to play it. As Bite will dish it over. And now it's Finch up the near boards. He's sealed off by Thornton. Lifted back up the other direction for Watt. Collided with Jamer. Lost something there. He'll go pick up his stick at center ice. Here's Fultz. Ever so shifty. He'll dance into the offensive zone. Driving wide. Sent one behind the net. Watt and Finch collide. Watt able to energize the puck out into the neutral zone. Ottenbright has it. High flip that will be smacked aside by Nolan without trouble. DeCesare moves the puck ahead as Watt and Finch still getting into it behind the play. They'll exchange words, but nothing more.
And both sides getting chirpy. Sorry
it's
about
competitive. That. Oh, you're totally fine. Loose in front. Looking for it here again is Ottenbright. Thornton deflected that one to himself out of midair. Spate moves it forward. He's tripped up. Able to get it to Gajewski. Bulldogs keep possession. It's sent over the goal by Dylan Gajewski. Delayed penalty against Liberty. Thornton lost it. Olsen still couldn't touch up somehow. Spate rink wide. That went off Calendike. Finally, Martin Mox will touch it. Bulldogs right back to the power play. This should be a tripping call.
I was going to say, it was such a bad tripping that he lost his stick. I mean, it just went gliding across the rink.
Lazarus Cable, sophomore from Prior Lake, Minnesota, who played his youth hockey for the Philadelphia Hockey Club. He heads to the box. It's 2 minutes for tripping. Third chance on the power play for the Bulldogs. Trying to solve the enigma that is Hunter Verostic.
I mean, Verostic has just been And right, like you said, an enigma. I mean, he's just anticipating every single shot. I mean, I tried saying passing would be the move, but that's not the move.
The key is getting passes together right around the net, but the Flames penalty kill just does such a good job of containing you to the outside.
Right now it's 5-4 advantage for the Bulldogs right now for about a minute and a half. So, I mean, here in the second period, let's see if we can get some scores.
Certainly. This is, no pun intended, a dogfight so far, Braden. Both teams battling tooth and nail, as Mins will have it at the point. Shaw tees up Watt, and another great shot block by Morton. Boy, the Flames are going to have some blue and purple spattered around their body tomorrow morning with the bumps and bruises they've been accruing from these shot blocks.
Oh yeah, but thank goodness tomorrow is Saturday, so everyone gets to sleep in.
Not these guys. They're back at it tomorrow at 1 p.m., Braden. You might get to sleep in. They're right back here early tomorrow morning for another game. We'll be back tomorrow at 1 p.m. for another ACTV broadcast of ACHA Division I hockey. Boy, this is a game a lot of people, myself included, have had circled on their calendars. Not a lot of goals, but if you love hockey, this is just good, fundamental defense and goaltending so far. As that was a big hit laid by Shaw. Again, Bulldogs power play hasn't gotten much traction. They've got a minute left to go to work. Kovic tied up with the newly dubbed captain for the Bulldogs, Matteo DiGiulio. Schomburger, Shaw, Watt, Mins. Rebound, hopped over the stick of Schomburger at the last second. That looked like it could have been the chance, but fortune favors the Flames.
Right, and I saw Shaw get out of the way of that puck. He had a little Matrix moment.
Keanu Reeves style, just dodging the puck. Gajewski. Thornton will move it on. This is knocked out by Mox. Adrian will have to regroup with 20 seconds left on their power play. Less than 6 to go in the second period. Sebastian Smith walks in, fires Verostic, bumped into by Thornton. Putting a nice move on Smith there was Schwanke. He'll move in and then lost the puck. Out of the box is Cable. Gajewski will turn up ice. Gajewski, nice move, drop pass for Spate. Barely deflected off of Verostic. Almost saw the first goal of the hockey game there. Now Finch is angled off by Toth. Gajewski stolen by Ottenbright, who will head in on the forecheck. He's hit by Dell, who kicks it along for Sebastian Smith. He's just going to saucer this one all the way down the ice. The call is icing. Face-off back in the Adrian zone. They're unable to change here with 5:04 left. Tired legs on the ice for the Bulldogs, so the Flames will look to capitalize here.
Right, with the Bulldogs unable to capitalize on that power play, they're probably wore out by that because there's such a high pace. They're trying to take advantage of the 5-4 advantage. So right now what's going to happen is we're going to have a face-off here in the Bulldog zone. It's nice that everyone is going to be able to take a little breather in the meantime.
Liberty's been putting on a penalty-killing clinic, to say the least. Sebastian Smith. I think when you do go up against the talented power play of Minot State, once you can get that figured out and contain that dominant Beavers power play 4 games in a row, obviously they lost those games, but when you see a talented opponent, it gets a little bit easier the more practice you have, I suppose.
All right, I believe they're like Iron Man. They learn from their mistakes. You know what I mean? It's just they adapt, they overcome, and it's really nice to see that.
They 4 L's in the record column for Liberty, but, you know, the L stands for loss, but it also stands for lesson, right? So improving, moving forward. We've seen a really good Liberty team so far tonight. This one, anyone's game with shots 17-14 in favor of Adrian. Camilla will knock it forward to himself off the draw. Finch clatters into Shaw. Camilla stands up. Pomerlow. Bite, dangerous pass into the middle of the ice. He's going to turn it over to Camilla. Sent down. Verostic wasn't quite able to cover. Hatcher knocked over in front of the net. Adrian fans wanted a call. Shaw is behind the goal. He's just going to settle this one down. Fresh legs on the ice for Adrian in the final 4 minutes of the second stanza.
It's nice to see that they're chewing that little bit of clock. They know that they can take advantage here in the third period. Let's you don't got to get too antsy. You know, just don't make something that you'll regret.
Cox is leveled from behind, right in the numbers there. Calendike, Camilla, pitchforked down low as Bulldog forwards will head off for a change, opening up space for Nathan Cox. Defenseman goes for a skate. He's table-topped by Mott. Textbook hip check there. Mott looking for it. DeCottney will angle it out of play. Boy, Nathaniel Mott, the sophomore from Mississauga, Ontario. Played junior hockey with the Elmira Sugar Kings. Great mascot there. But even better hip check on the play.
I got to say, he wanted all the smoke. And I got to say, Cox got all the smoke.
Where there's flames, there's smoke. And Nathan Cox is hip checked there. Thornton played around. We're just having fun here at the Arrington. Sheldon Nolan on for DeCesare. Angled off by Gammer. Good back check from number 92 in red. Another hard hit, this time delivered by Jamer, as Mox will have to keep his head on a swivel. Cable trying to evade Armstrong, who steals it away. DeCesare! He scores! Top cheddar, Matthew DeCesare.
DeCesare with the first goal of the game, ladies and gentlemen.
Have another look. It starts with Cam Armstrong on the forecheck, steals it away. DeCesare in the high slot, stop and pop, pulls it into his body, and finally able to get the puck past Hunter Verostic with their 18th shot of the game.
That's what I'm saying. Verostic has had some great anticipation because of the Beavers matchup before. They had 4 losses, and they've just built up that anticipation. But then the Bulldogs, what they had to do is they had to get a little bit of shifty here in the zone. They got it, and it was so beautiful to see that teamwork.
Can Liberty find a response as Matthew DeCesare finally able to beat the Liberty goaltender, Hunter Verostic, DeCesare's 6th goal of the season in his 7th game. Pretty good numbers there. 7 points in 7 games now for DeCesare, scoring at a point-per-game clip. Ottenbright moving ahead. That took an odd bounce, and I think that went off the crossbar and out of play. Wow, that was close for Cam Ottenbright. He's been one of the best Flames out there so far tonight. And looking at his stats, he's got 2 goals and an assist going into this, his 8th game.
I mean, there's some solid stats coming into your 8th game. You know, you got to get that team chemistry going. You got to get that communication going. And then later in the season, that's when you start things to get mixed in together.
This is lofted out. Sebastian Smith will race after it. Smith gets there in time, looking to go to the backhand. Ran out of real estate and hit hard there. Still tangled up with Grant Morton over there. Has to be careful. Nathaniel Mott tees one up. That's off the shin of Versolano. Fearless shot blocking again from Liberty. Nathaniel Mott opens up things for Matt Shaw. Pass is too far ahead of Dylan Gajewski as Mott lost his edge. Had to play that one soccer style, Braden.
It was a great job by Gajewski just to get it out of there, though. Sends it to the Flame zone.
Spate, quick cut. He's in the high slot, shoots another one through traffic. Similar area to where DeCesare was able to score from, as Blake Weidman will exchange pleasantries in front with Martin Mox, the freshman from Naperville, Illinois. As a freshman, what Martin Mox is doing for this Liberty team is pretty impressive. He's really held down the fort and started the breakout at nearly every occasion for Liberty.
Right, it's nice to see that he's starting off his college career really well. He's building up that team chemistry with the Flames. and he's also building up a name for himself as well. It's really nice to see that from him so far this season.
Bartell back to the point for Pomerleau. The captain for Liberty, Bartell, turned it over, and that'll be spun up for Camilla. Bulldogs finally able to get it out of their own zone in the final minute. Mox broke the ankles of Weidman as he turned up ice.
Weidman got his ankles snatched.
But he'll kick it ahead this time for Camilla. Shot shrugged off by Verostic, able to find it. That was an awkward save, and here we go.
We're getting scrappy here at the end of the second period.
Things are heating up. Fans are getting into it. Started with, I think it was a hit from behind that came from Pomerleau, knocked over a Bulldog, and then one of the Adrian players came in after him and knocked him over as well. Got a player down there without a helmet. I think that is Nash Hatcher, who's always stirring the pot. And it's a cross-checking penalty going against Pomerleau. Bulldogs will also have a man going to the box. It's Blake Weidman, his second penalty of the night. Looks like they're both going for a cross-check, so the ice will open up. We'll have 4-on-4 hockey. What'd you see there after the whistle, Braden? Bodies flying down low.
Well, I just saw that what I've been seeing since the beginning of the first period. Both teams have been getting chirpy. Both teams are getting really aggressive. Now it's been taking fruition here, being a lot more aggressive here in the second period. Let's see if things can heat back down in the third period. I don't really like to see the fights, you know what I mean? But sometimes it can get really classy.
Jamer tangled up with Bite. Bite goes down. Foltz with 20 seconds will go for a skate. Rubbed out that time by David Dell. Toth for Jamer. Looking up the middle for Dell as it's stolen away by Bite.
Bulldogs looking just to chew the clock. That's the end of the second period, ladies and gentlemen.
And that they will do. We'll have 1 minute and 17 seconds of 4-on-4 hockey to start the third period. The big news, especially if you're an Adrian hockey fan, is Matthew DeCesare got the Bulldogs on the board. Can we get another look at that goal from DeCesare? Break this one down for us, Braden.
Well, DeCesare was probably just thinking about Bruiser right now. He got the pass. He got the goal. And then he was just, Bruiser's 6th birthday, ladies and gentlemen. You'd love to see it.
Man, you really love our mascot. Even as a freshman, Braden, you already know what's up here on campus. You're repping Bruiser.
I don't know, you got to rep to school. I love ACT and everything about it and everything that Adrian College offers.
Well, that was Matthew DeCesare's. That was his 6th goal of the season. Bulldogs first of the game. They lead 1-0 heading into this second intermission. Don't go away. This one's still anyone's game. Flames down 1-0 against the number 2 team in the country, the Adrian Bulldogs. Calvin Keys, Braden Packard, the rest of our crew back in about 15 minutes with the conclusion, the final 20 minutes of tonight's contest. We'll see you then.
There's so many firsts, lasts, and in-betweens. We're certainly not the last class to get a smile and a kiss from Bruiser walking across campus. We are never going to be the last class to begin our college careers by serving our local community and pursuing our passions. Above all else, come hell or high water, we will never be the last class to come to Adrian College and find a motivated and supportive community of students, faculty, and staff, and lead with the skills and tools needed to be inspiring industry leaders and professionals with high hopes and dreams for our bright futures ahead. The people and the experiences that we are most grateful for are the ones that will continue us on this upward path for the rest of our lives. In the spirit of gratitude, Thank you to my fellow classmates for being a part of this community with me. Whether we spent most of these moments together or barely crossed paths, you contributed your gifts and talents to continue the legacy of this incredible community. Thank you for prioritizing the preservation of the Adrian College experience and for continually seeking to develop the institution's ability to develop both the knowledge in our heads and the care in our hearts.
Thank you to the roommates, friends, teammates, and peers who, although we have only known each other for 4 years, it seems impossible to think about being surrounded by anyone else in the coming weeks. We celebrated each other's accomplishments, became each other's biggest cheerleaders, and never let each other struggle alone. College has been called the most formative years of our lives, but I can say for certain that these last 4 years have included both the most amazing and most difficult moments of my life. One constant, however, is the support of my friends through it all. It is impossible to thank everyone who makes up our AC family. Together, you have each played an integral role in helping us achieve this momentous milestone.
And you be proud to be a graduate of Adrian College. It's a good day to be a Bulldog. Thank you, and congratulations to the class of 2023.
Today's students on the threshold of a magical time in your life, a time of significant growth and introspection, self-awareness, challenge, and opportunity. A time when you will always look back at and say, you know what? Those were incredibly special years. Never experienced before I arrived and never replicated after you leave college.
Welcome back inside Arrington Ice Arena. 20 minutes up on the board, the final 20 of this hockey game as we begin this third period at 4-on-4. We'll take a look at the stats from the second period once we get a chance during a stoppage as the third period underway here between Adrian and Liberty. The big development in that second period, Braden, Matthew DeCesare got the first goal of the game.
Well, DeCesare just knew he had to put the team on his back. You know what I'm saying? He got locked in. He was like, all right, it's Bruiser's birthday. He got the pass. And the thing about it is Hunter Verostic has just been playing phenomenal this game. He's not let up a lot of shots because he's just developed throughout the year.
Here's Bite. Moving to the backhand, turned aside by Thornton, as you were saying. Foltz with it now. Jacob Calendike, the Flames' leading scorer. He's got 11 points in 7 games. Looking to give his team a lift here as they're down 1, 20 more seconds of 4-on-4. Stripped by DeCesare, but it went off the official. So a bad bounce for the Bulldogs, much to the chagrin of the home faithful here in the building. Cesare takes a cross check from Cox. Sent around by Morton. Feemster will pirouette away from pressure as Pomerleau and Weidman will return from their matching cross-checking minors. So we return to five-a-side hockey. Ottenbright will cut back, looking for an opening, and instead finds the blocker of DeCottney. Cam Ottenbright once more, shepherded wide that time, and Finch will skate backwards for it. No icing on the play as the Flames sent that one out themselves with a bank off the boards. Deft cut up ice by Finch, and now he'll find Schwenke. Walking in through traffic, Shaw got his stick in the way of the attempt, and now DeCottney will cover up as we'll get a chance to look at the stats from that second period. Here's a look at them. What stands out to you here is?
Well, what stands out to me is that the shots for the Liberty that they blocked were 21, but the shots that Adrian had was 22. One of the Flames let up just that little bit. The Bulldogs were able to find that weakness, that Achilles heel. It was really nice to see that from. I believe that was number 15, Matthew DeCesare.
Yep.
Really nice to see them with that chemistry with the Bulldogs. As we have a face-off here in the Bulldog zone.
It's won back by the Flames. Kovic, long bid that will ramp away from the net off of the stick of Alex Schaumburger. A bite. He will be hit down low by Caleb Mins. Bartel skating it along for Schwenke. Bodied by Nathaniel Mott. Shaw up ahead for Mins once more, and he'll play it down low. 2.5 minutes into this third period. Calvin Keys, Braden Packard here for you on Adrian College Television. This is Smith working ahead. Sent the shot wide. Hatcher will find it. Nolan up for Camilla. Clark, and deflected off the stick of Shaw. Up out of play. We got a chance to look at the stats from that second period. Maybe one more glance at those would be great. And again, we see Bulldogs have the edge in shots. One thing that's interesting, neither team has really been able to gain traction on the power play. Flames 0 for 1, Bulldogs 0 for 3. What do you think has been good about both teams' penalty kills so far in this game?
Well, what's been great about it is that both teams haven't let up. They realize that, hey, we're down one player, but that doesn't mean that we're down by heart. You know what I'm saying? It's just they didn't give up. They had so much compassion. And another thing is the goalies had great anticipation. The Cottneys and Hunter Verostic were just like chef's perfection. Like I can't explain it any other way.
Chef's kiss.
Oh yeah.
I think it's crucial, too, this whole game. Both teams have done a good job of limiting shots to the outside. Sebastian Smith will drive down low. Bumped into by Pomerleau, who loses his balance down behind the net. Thornton sticked away. Takes a shot from Versalano, but stays with it. Cox. He's able to find the Flames' Truett Olsen. Versolano has the puck. Trying to shake loose from Cy Toth. Gajewski the pressure at the point. It's loose. Sam Spate one-on-one with Cox into the offensive zone. Spate opens up, but Verostic has the answer as he has had 22 times tonight. The lone goal from Matthew DeCesare. He's had Sam Spate's number, though, all night and makes another nice save on the native from Saginaw, Michigan.
Well, Verostic has just been playing phenomenally. The one time he let up, he just wasn't prepared for it. They were coming at such a high pace. I mean, they got the good chemistry with the Bulldogs throughout the season. They've come across some great competition so far. Not such a high-scoring game as we usually see from the Bulldogs, but the Flames came to play.
Joseph Clark will thread it into the Flames' offensive zone, where Dell will try and wrap it around. Found by Clark. Dell with it once more. He will ramp this puck all the way down ice, and icing will be the call against Liberty with shots 23-16 in Adrian's favor. Let's take a look at the stats from Matthew DeCesare. Has the only goal in this hockey game so far. It came in the second period. It was his 6th goal of the season, and this his 7th game. Pretty good stats from number 15. What have you liked about DeCesare's effort tonight? This is tipped in front by Foltz. Well, wait a minute to answer that question as the Bulldogs have a rush in their hands. Weidman, Hatcher, shoots across the grade. Was it in?
I believe that was a corner shot.
Looked like it was. May have rang the post. Let's have a look at this one. Boy, that was close. There's a nice feed across from Weidman to Hatcher. And it looks like it went off the post, and Verostic able to cover as the Flames dodge a bullet. Goodness me.
That was a close one, ladies and gentlemen, as we will have a face-off here in the Flame zone, though.
Jamer long shot that went off the dome of, I believe that was Colton Kovich, who took one off high right off the forehead. Foltz into the O-zone, dropped off for Ottenbreit, looking back for Foltz, couldn't find him. Man, Nash Hatcher has got to be kicking himself after just rang the iron there with the shot. Initially thought it was in, but the referee was very confident. Armstrong tries to roof it on Verostic. The 6'1 netminder keeps it out, and his helmet has fallen off. So we'll get a stoppage in play. Of all the players that you want to have a helmet on, it's probably your goaltender. Pretty important.
Kind of reminds me of when Velma and Scooby-Doo loses her glasses. It's like, where's my glasses? It's nice that he was able to get a ride back.
Well, luckily he was able to find his helmet pretty quickly, unlike Velma with their glasses.
Oh.
But it is, I like the comparison. That's great.
We have a face-off here in the Flames zone. Both teams being kind of antsy. Flames are able to recover, though.
This is up for Bartel. On a day where we're celebrating Bruiser the Bulldog, the Adrian mascot, it's only fair that we give a shout-out to another prominent dog in our society, Scooby-Doo.
You gotta shout out Scooby-Doo every now and then. Shout out Marmaduke as well. Can't go wrong with all them dogs out there. But you can't go wrong with Bruiser. He's now 6 years old. But now, in human years, he's a 42-year-old man. So whatever way you want to look at it.
When we talking about Scooby-Doo, for a lot of this game, it seemed like a mystery what the Bulldogs have to do to get the puck by Hunter Verostic, but it's a mystery they were able to solve in the second period and gaining some traction as Nash Hatcher was inches away from getting a goal a few moments ago. Palmerlow will send it over, and Schwanke sends it over the bar. Got a penalty here against Adrian. Matteo DiGiulio, 2 minutes for a cross-check. So here you go, Liberty fans. Down a goal, 14:25 to go in the third period. No time like the present to try and get an equalizer.
Right, we're here down here in the third period. We're getting close to about halfway done with it. It would be nice for just a singular team to take advantage of the power play. Both teams have been unable to do that so far this game.
Calendike over for Finch. Calendike and Finch will play catch. Jacob Calendike and Finch. They'll interchange. Bite. Calendike patiently waiting. Toth is in the lane. Again, Adrian Kill keeping the Flames to the outside. I'd like to see the stat on how many passes Calendike and Finch have made back and forth so far on this power play.
Right,
Bite,
like
moving into the middle.
Patty cake.
Good patient approach, and DeCottney just able to keep it out off of an incredibly quick release from Calendike from the point that he spotted just in time. Bite, tees up Finch. That's blocked by Toth, but they keep it in. Calendike walking inside, Toth sliding in, and he'll send it out, much to the applause of the Adrian fans here. How about that defensive effort, and get some taps on the glass from our ACTV colleague, backup goaltender Dylan Knighton. He loved that shot block from Cy Toth.
Oh, you just love to see the crowd's reaction. You love to see the home crowd. You can even hear it from the Wow Wingeria. You just love to see everyone enjoying this matchup between the number 2 and the number 4th ranked.
DeCesare driving. He was impeded. Good D by the Flames. Bartel for Kovic as they go off sides. Truett Olsen still in the zone. 31 seconds left on Liberty. They're on the power play right now, and we're really close to getting an equalizer there. You can see why Jacob Calendike has 5 goals on the season just in his 8th game. He's got quite the release. What a shot he has on him.
Right, he got some release to him. I would call him like a gunslinger. He gets it out quick.
Talk about Liberty gunslingers. You know, Malik Willis, drafted by the Titans out of Liberty a couple seasons ago. We were talking about him pregame. Got a power play quarterback in Jacob Calendike. Olsen will drive it wide for Matthew Bartel. Sheldon Nolan, shot down ice. Verostic will leave it for his defenseman, Lazarus Cable, as DeJulio, Adrian's captain, will return out of timeout, and we are back to 5-on-5. Huge hit delivered to Hatcher from Cable, but Weidman has the puck. Moving in wide, gloved by Verostic. His 25th save tonight.
I mean, Hatcher just ate that. He got right back up. He's just like, no, sir. I'm not letting up this lead. I'm not letting my guys. Not on Bruiser's birthday.
Camilla wins it back to Toth. And tracking that one through the mass of humanity was Hunter Verostic. You know, Nash Hatcher's always at the center of things. He's stirring the pot like always, and, you know, Flames don't seem to like him too much out there.
All right, it's been getting chirpy since the first period. I mean, it hasn't calmed down ever since. I mean, both sides are being competitive for that ranking. I mean, both sides know that, hey, it's going to be a competitive match. We've known each other. We've played against each other for years. So some new players, some players playing some new stuff. Even you see Hatcher out there giving chippy again with number 40, Fultz. I mean, you love to see that passion with the game.
Yeah, it's gotten a little bit chippy, but this is nothing. I was in the building for both games last year when Adrian hosted Liberty. That game got feisty, let me tell you. This one's looked like a church service compared to what we saw last year.
What a comparison. Gajewski tried to get the pass, but a little bit too much juice on it.
It will be icing against Adrian. Again, these two teams will face off tomorrow afternoon at 1 p.m. right back here at Arrington Ice Arena. Looking ahead to the Bulldogs' future schedule, next weekend they will be traveling to Chicago to take on Roosevelt University in a 2-game slate. 11:51 left to go in this third period, as it will be Spate taking this face-off against Olsen. Truett Olsen, native of Alexandria, Minnesota. Palmer low, long shot, tipped in front, it's loose. What a save. DeCottney on his knees makes the stop. Back over for Palmer low, through traffic, where's the puck? DeCottney covers it as Dell was down on all fours doing everything he could to help out his goaltender.
That's what I'm saying. The Cottonies with the great anticipation. He sat on it, sat on the puck like a mama penguin, making sure that she's protecting her egg. It was really great to see that. I honestly believe it's the male penguin. I don't know my biology really well, ladies and gentlemen. I apologize for that. I need to watch Mr. Popper's Penguins again.
Oh my gosh, you're in rare form tonight, Braden. Mox is moving it back down low as we've got a delayed penalty against Adrian. DeJulio will touch up.
As we get the sin bin available for the Bulldogs. You hate to see that door creep open. Okay, that'll be
hooking against Nathaniel Mott. Another power play for Liberty. You get the feeling Liberty's really applying pressure here down a goal, desperate to try and get on the board. And their hard work has rewarded them with power plays, drawing penalties.
That's what I'm saying. Both sides have been good at getting right back up because both sides hit really hard. Both of them, like they eat their Wheaties. It's really nice to see that. But it's like, I don't know. Let's see if they can take advantage of a power play. Both sides have been unable to do that so far.
Calendike finds Bite. Finch maneuvers behind the cage. Point for Calendike. 30 seconds into the Liberty power play. Looking to strike here. They move it rink wide, ramped up in the air. Puck is loose. Where is it?
You're saying earlier, it's like a Scooby-Doo mystery. We can't keep losing the puck.
The Cottony able to save the shot. Got 10:43 left to go in this third period.
About a minute and a half left of this power play. Let's see if the Flames can take advantage.
Spate will square off with Schwenke. He wins the draw after the battle at the dot. Bulldogs clear it down. 10.5 to go. Ryan Finch. And troubled by Hatcher, Spate will clear it down ice. Penalty killing unit will change for the Bulldogs. Calendike for Bite. Gives it, gets it back, turned over. Jamer all alone, he's in. Tried to put a move on Verostic and lost the handle on it as it slides wide. Breaking away from Jamer there with a nice deke was Schwenke. He'll get it back from Finch here, somehow managed to keep it onside. Dell digging away. 2v2 down below the goal line. Comes loose with 20 seconds left on the Liberty man advantage. Versolano. Cable. Opens up walking the blue. Mistargeted the pass to Bartel. Cleared down. And Nathaniel Mott waiting to return to the contest. Another successful penalty kill. Still no success on the power play for either side. As Thornton looking for the puck. We've got a whistle. It's going to be too many men on the ice. Who is it against? Against Liberty. Liberty had 6 skaters out there, so that's going to be a minor penalty. And the Bulldogs head to the power play, so didn't get a glance on it, but presumably a sloppy line change, and I think Kirk Handy is going to send a man to the box. It will be Jason Foltz.
Oh, sorry about that. But the thing about these substitutions being so fast-paced is that sometimes there'll be some extra men on the field. Extra men on the ice. You just got to get quick to getting substituted, but they were just unable to do that.
Shaw, rink wide for Mins. Turned it over, and this will be grafted out by Gammer. Eclipsing the 9-minute mark here in the third period. Bulldogs 1, Flames nothing. Schaumburger plays it to himself. How does he still have it? What a shot. And a shot block from the captain, Matthew Bartel. That was a nice move on the entry by Schaumburger.
Schomburger was getting shifty here in the Flame zone, but just was unable to take advantage of it.
Watt will power this puck back down low.
That play from Watt was phenomenal.
Diving after it. Over
Dolphin
for
dive.
Caleb Mins. Trying to shake the pressure of the Flames penalty kill halfway through the power play. Watt rink wide for Mins. Shaw up top. Dished over for Mins again. Watt through. DeJulio out front doesn't have a stick. We get finally a whistle after just an awkward silence for a moment. Where's the puck? What's going on? DeJulio lost his stick, having a conversation with the referee right now. 43 seconds left on Adrian's power play as they'll send out the second unit.
Right about now, you're going to see both sides get a little bit more aggressive or either more defensive. I mean, it's only a one-score game right now coming into the third period, and both teams are known for high intensity and high hits.
Gajewski through traffic. Spate got a redirect on it, but it skimmed wide of the goal frame. This is angled up and out of play. Face-off will stay in the Liberty zone. We talked about Adrian's future schedule. Next weekend they'll have Roosevelt University. Obviously after the 1 p.m. start tomorrow and the rematch of this contest, Liberty will be hosting Maryville University next weekend in a back-to-back at the LaHaye Ice Center.
I've heard some great things about Maryville University. I mean, let's see how that
Turnover. A break here. Cam Ottenbright, tie game. They score. The Liberty Flames on the board thanks to Cam Ottenbright, the senior, in his return to the mitten, the Grosse Hill, Michigan native.
They take advantage of that face-off, and Ottenbright just got the fast break and just got the wha-pow.
Pop goes the water bottle, and it's 1-1. This game heating up, 7:32 to go. Cam Ottenbright has arguably been the best forward for the Flames tonight. That goal came shorthanded, down a skater. It was a turnover by the Bulldogs. Ottenbright makes them pay. It's 1-1. DeCesare driving in, looking to answer. He is leveled by Kovic. Jamer walks in. Didn't miss by much. Power play over for the Bulldogs. No power play goals, but we have a shorthanded goal. Armstrong looks back for Dell. Toth from distance, found by Armstrong, tried to bank it off for Rostic, who hugs his post tightly in good position. David Dell lifts one in as Camilla will head in to pressure. Behind the goal, this is Kovic, forced to deal it over to his D partner, Cox. Clean breakout for Liberty as Finch will cut backwards. Crossed up with Olsen, forced to dump it in. Liberty will have to tag up. And now with the puck behind the goal is Matthew Shaw. We've seen an awful lot of the freshman tonight. He's been a big addition to the Bulldog blue line. Weidman will skate onwards. Cuts into the middle, shot from distance. Hatcher was out front. Mott steers it for Hatcher, who directs it through the blue paint dangerously. This is found by Grant Morton, but can't get it out. Shaw tees up Hatcher. It was in his wheelhouse, but wasn't able to connect with the biscuit. Cox a long shot, handled awkwardly by DeCottney. Shaw the other direction. Here's Weidman. Heading in, crosses over the blue line. Verostic, an easy save, and we'll have a little bit extra here after the whistle. First Solano getting in there after it looked like a player maybe took a late dig at Verostic after he had made the save. Good job by the Flames to protect their goaltender.
Right, you love to see that people are willing to stick up for their teammates, but it's really nice to see that just cleared out really fast. You don't want anything to start scrapping here close to the end of the third period. You want every player to be locked in, just try to seal the game.
Seemed like both teams were walking on eggshells in that encounter because you got a 1-1 game with 5:41 to go. You don't want to be the reason why your team loses the hockey game by taking a dumb penalty in a situation like that. This is also typically the time of the game where referees tend to bury their whistles unless there's something egregious, as DeCottney will make the save from range.
Great shot attempt from Schwenke.
You love that last name.
Oh, dude, it's such a fun last name.
Taking every opportunity to shout out Daniel Schwenke and Bruiser.
Top 5 last name.
We need a compilation of how many times you talked about Bruiser on this broadcast. It's been ridiculous.
People got to know he's 6 now. He's getting there. He's a grown man.
Oh, man. We love Bruiser. He is indeed a good boy, as my colleague Ian Went would say. We get a whistle. I'll be on the call with Ian tomorrow. 1 p.m. kickoff. Adrian takes on Kalamazoo College, looking for their first win of the season in MIAA conference play. It's been a fun night here at Adrian. Still 5:20 to go and maybe extra after that if we can't get a winner here at the conclusion of regulation.
It's been close. Both teams have been antsy.
Last year's Friday night contest here at the AIA, Flames came back to win in a shootout, so Bulldogs want to prevent that from happening. Gajewski trying to slide it through. He turns it over again. And here's Jacob Kalendijk off to the races. On the backhand, he scores. Flames come from behind with 2 unanswered to take the lead. And who else but Jacob Kalendijk just snuck that one by DeCottney.
Oh, my goodness. That one was a quick one, but they just got the right angle on it. So you have
and Kalendijk moved in from the left side. I think it was on the backhand, just kind of an awkward knuckle puck, if you will, that somehow evaded DeCottney. It was tough to tell at first if it went in, but we immediately got the emphatic goal signal from the official. And it's 2-1. Liberty with 2 unanswered here in this third period. Incredible stuff.
Let's see if the Flames can end the Bulldogs' winning streak.
Bulldogs need a goal now. Outshooting the Flames 29-23. As there was a high stick on the play. Schomburger didn't want to touch it. Eventually they'll just blow the whistle. It's a halt play as we'll have a face-off back in the Adrian zone. Boy, after hanging around down a goal since the second period, Flames have responded in a big way. Goals from Jacob Kalendijk and before that, Cam Ottenbright.
DeCottney has been playing great so far throughout the season. It's really rare to see him get rattled, but right there you could see that it was getting to him. He knew what was at stake, but the fast break was just too much for him.
Bulldogs have had more of the puck, but the buy-in and the D-zone coverage from Liberty has been pretty special, and that's a reason why they were able to hang around in this game. And then when the Bulldogs made mistakes and turnovers, they were able to crawl back. There's the shot from Toth that deflected. Verostic, as he has so often tonight, keeps the puck in front of him. Foltz, do-si-do's in. Finch couldn't find it, sends one off the face mask of DeCottney, who looks no worse for wear. Schomburger for the speeding Mins. The freshman looking to be the hero here with the Bulldogs down by a goal late. 4 minutes to go. This is angled on by Ottenbright, who had Liberty's first goal of the game. That came in the third period, followed up by Kalendijk. First goal from Ottenbright coming shorthanded. Armstrong unable to get the entry. He'll decide to just shoot it in here. This clock is ticking down quickly for Adrian. Gammer has it at center. Crosses over the blue. Great rink-wide pass for Schwenke. Hit by Mott. DeCesare, the Bulldogs' lone goal scorer, will usher it over. And Armstrong looking for the puck in the skates of Mox. Bartel is back for it. Shaw. Shot back in to the netting above the plexiglass with 3:07 to go. What does Adrian need to do to get a goal here late and try and force overtime?
Well, what they need to do is get Verostic to make a mistake. I mean, what he's been doing throughout this game so far is just unbelievable. He gave up the one, and that was fine. We'll let that slide, ladies and gentlemen. We'll let it slide. But what he's been doing throughout here so far has just been unbelievable. He's had great anticipation, and look at that. Just when I'm talking about it, he snagged it. I mean, he just can't make this up. He just, nice. We'd love to see it.
Liberty looking for their first win against a ranked opponent, as their previous victories have come against one against NC State and then two against the Blue Hens of Delaware. This would be a big win for them as Thornton stands up for Solano. Kovic spins away from Hasher. Weidman gets it back to Nolan at the point. Versolano looking for it in his skates. 2.5 to go for Adrian to try and find an equalizer, leading for most of this third period, but recently the Flames have scored 2 straight. They've got their first lead of the hockey game, and it couldn't come at a more critical time with the clock winding down here in the third.
Right, they're just looking to chew as much clock as they possibly can. Just trying to end it with a win. Trying to end this winning streak for the Bulldogs. You really would hate to see that on Bruiser's birthday. I would cry.
There's still time. Glove down by Dell. He's sandwiched in to the boards nearby the Liberty bench. Finch able to step aside and dodge that hit from Jordan Camilla coming into the last minute. David Dell starts the rush for Adrian. Forced to shoot in. Verostic out of his net. Plays it around. Gajewski could not keep it in. Backhand saucer over for Cy Toth. Back up for DiGiulio again. Mateo DiGiulio behind the goal. Turns. Fires. Loose out front. Gajewski spun over. Sebastian Smith is there. Now Spate. For Toth. Sam Spate deflected. That's off the shoulder of Verostic. The goaltender for the Flames used every inch of his 6'1" frame to keep that puck out. Net is empty for the Bulldogs. 6 skaters on the ice. Spade. Nice move to get by 2. Flames trying to work it out as we're in the final minute. 50 seconds to go. Gammer can't get it by Toth. DiGiulio has it at center. Rink-wide feed for Gajewski, the Woodhaven, Michigan native, looking for help. Back for Toth. Gajewski is hit hard. He's down. Spate shoots it. Gajewski down on the ice. Long shot from Shaw. Redirected. It wouldn't go. How'd Verostic keep that one up? As Gajewski down on the ice holding his head. It's icing against Liberty. And Adrian head coach Gary Astalos incensed. It was behind the play. I didn't get vision on what happened, but Gajewski is down and he's in some discomfort. We're going to step aside while he's attended to. Certainly hope number 66 is okay. 22 seconds to go here from Arrington Ice Arena.
Adrian College has once again found itself on the 2022 U.S. News & World Report Best College Rankings. This is the 8th straight year that Adrian has been named to the top regional colleges Midwest section. Adrian College was also named the most innovative school in the Regional Colleges Midwest category. In addition, Adrian received accolades in Best Value in undergraduate teaching within Regional Colleges Midwest. Adrian College was also named in the top first-year experiences by U.S. News & World Report. This marks the 13th consecutive year that Adrian has appeared in U.S. News & World Report. To see the full rankings, visit their website.
We are back here at Arrington Ice Arena where Dylan Gajewski has been helped up onto his skates. Talking to the members of our broadcast staff. Braden, you said you got a visual on that hit, the play, what transpired. What did you see here?
Well, I see him on the fast break, and the Liberty Flames try to get the positioning on it and just got too much juice on it and then ended up tripping him. But also got him in the side, but also got him in the front of the head. Let's hope that Gajewski is okay. But we'll see him at the Salty Splatoon because he eats nails for breakfast, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? He gets right back up.
Yeah, so he got tripped up, went headfirst into the boards. And head injuries are no joke, so we're certainly hoping Dylan Gajewski is all right. Bulldogs head coach Gary Astalos was upset that didn't get a penalty call. That could be maybe one of the differences in this game. Wasn't able to see it, but the Bulldogs are calling timeout now to try and draw up a play. They've got 22 seconds on the clock. Number 2 ranked Adrian trailing to number 4 ranked Liberty in their home barn here. Despite outshooting the Flames 31-24, the visitors from Virginia have the upper hand. What's been the story in this third period?
It's got to be Verostic. It just has to be. Verostic has just been consistent throughout this game. He's just not letting up. He just knows if he keeps as consistent as he has been, they can hold on to this lead. He just knows, hey, we got 22 more seconds. We can do this. But the Bulldogs need to communicate with each other, which it was great to see that they called the timeout for that reason specifically. I believe we will have a face-off here in the Flame zone. Let's see if the Bulldogs can take advantage of it.
DeCesare will take this draw against Gammer. Wins it cleanly. Nolan from distance. Verostic gloves it with no trouble. Sound like a broken record with how much we've mentioned this guy tonight, but he's been great. He's made 31 saves on 32 shots faced. Puck on the near wall off the faceoff. It's knocked back for Nolan. Tries a shot, falls to Spate. Verostic, another big save. Less than 10 seconds. 5 seconds left. Shot from Nolan is low. Verostic kept it out. DiGiulio, shot block. Another shot, and that one's wide. And the Liberty Flames have knocked off the Adrian Bulldogs, giving them their first loss of the season. The Flames hold on to win 2-1 here on the road. And what was really just a gutsy come-from-behind win, Braden.
Well, you just love to see it. I mean, at the first half, the Bulldogs had it, not going to lie, had me excited. But then the Flame, they were just like, no, sir, we want the smoke. We're called the Flame for the reason. They came back, and they came back aggressive. They weren't letting up. And Verostic, like you were saying, we sound like a broken record, but he's just been playing phenomenally throughout this game. He didn't let up at all. I mean, he let up that one time. We don't talk about it, okay? We don't talk about it.
Bulldogs fall 2-1 in what was really an intense game. And Liberty's tradition as one of the leading Christian universities in the country always gather for post-game prayer with their opponents, the Adrian Bulldogs. Some things are bigger than hockey, and this is just a cool moment to show respect and really put things in perspective. Chance to honor God, and at the end of the day, that's what's most important above the hockey game. So hoping that Dylan Gajewski is okay, sending our best wishes out to him, as that looked like a scary injury, and hopefully he's all right. Good to see him back up on his skates and skate off under his own power. Bulldogs fall 2-1. Liberty Flames got 2 third-period goals late unanswered from Cam Ottenbright and Jacob Calendike. Bulldogs' only goal came late in the second period from Matthew DeCesare, but it wasn't enough. Talked about Hunter Verostic a lot, but this entire team really did a good job containing the Bulldogs.
You couldn't say it any better. I mean, the Bulldogs came out aggressive. You know, you saw a Hatcher, you saw some other players on the team get a little bit chippy, but you know, that's the thing about the game. Everyone loves to get like aggressive. Everyone loves this game. They live and breathe hockey, and you love to see the sportsmanship, though, at the end of the game.
Well, that'll do it here from Arrington Ice Arena. Tune in for the second half of this weekend series on Saturday. That's tomorrow at 1 p.m. But as for our entire crew, I'd like to shout out everyone who helped out with the broadcast here today. I'm Calvin Keys, joined by Braden Packard, and the rest of our crew is Nathan Lindner, Gia Avalone, Hunter Reardon, and Reagan Petrowski, our executive director, Megan Abbey. Thank you for tuning in here on Adrian College Television. We'll see you tomorrow at 1 p.m. Have a great Friday night, Lenawee County.
Continue to take pride and learn from Asa Mahan's leadership today.